What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It feels like it's been a long time since we made a video, and we have a lot to update you on.
And in our lives, a lot can happen in like 1 week. Hi, Nico!
The first update we have for y'all, hi Nico, is an update on the camper van, and we finally have a pretty big one.
Yeah!
Ta-da!
It's getting a lot more complete. Come on in.
Welcome to my crib.
Welcome to my crib, if Aubrey ever kicks me out of the house. So, we've got our countertops cut. They're not fixed on there yet, but that's to come, because we need to make sure that we finish this out properly. We did a good test fit, and our sink is all cut out. And look at that, if it's nice and cozy.
But HP, before you continue, you're kind of dark whenever you're filming. Can you fix it?
Bam! Oh, what about the back ones? Bam! We're working on that one. It's okay. It'll come on eventually. We got some new ones coming. But we've got all of our electrical online. That means I got power, and it's coming from the solar panels, not from anything else. I haven't had to plug in or do anything since I turned on and got all of our solar controller wired up. Oh! All right. I don't want to move anything because I'm still in the middle of it, but got our solar controller mounted, and that's going from our solar panels to this controller, and then the controller to the batteries. I also have some special kill switches mounted up, so in case we ever need to work on anything or we're not going to be in the van, I can shut these off in a sequence and it won't blow up anything or won't overcharge anything, which is super good. Now with the lights all running, I just have to work on the fan, getting that to come online, and our water pump, and then that's pretty much it for our electrical. And then as far as our countertops, though we've got them all cut and fitted, we just have to apply some special coating, maybe a mineral oil, maybe a stain. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below, and let us know what you think might look actually pretty good in here.
What we ended up doing for the countertops is we just got a butcher block from Home Depot. This was like probably one of our more, I would say, budget-friendly finds.
Oh yeah.
The entire butcher block was about $200.
Yeah.
It was pretty cheap, and it came with a big long strip which made it both of these counters, and then HP and my dad's friend cut it to size, so it was perfect.
And the downside was I had about this much wiggle room to work with from both of these boards, so I had to be very precise with my cuts and also making them a little thinner too, which is super good.
So that is it for the camper van, and hopefully in about a month we will have a much larger update for y'all.
Now, the Maserati got its first smoking claim. As you can see from the photos here, we have proper evidence of all the cigarette ash, and it smells pretty terrible in the Maserati right now. So we have to clean it. All right, so in order to clean out smoke smell, specifically illegal substance smell, which is very pungent, the first step is to clean it out very well, vacuum up all the ash, and I've got our ozone machine. So we're gonna plug this bad boy in, turn on the AC, and then we are going to let this filtrate for about that long. And shut the door.
So in addition to the Maserati and the camper van update, we also had a few things that also happened within the last week. Number one, HP and I got the stomach flu, so we were basically completely out of commission from Friday until today, actually.
Which is weird, because we're never out of commission.
So another huge update is that our RV went out on its very first rental. Now this is absolutely huge, because I know I was starting to get nervous that the RV was never going to get booked out, and the fact that it's now officially gone out on its first rental is so big. In fact, whenever we finished filming our previous video, the one that went out last Tuesday, about an hour or two after we finished filming, we got a booking request on Outdoorsy for a woman that wanted to rent the RV, and she ended up renting it for 2 weeks. It is due back this coming Sunday.
And right off the bat, we've noticed a few hurdles that we have to overcome when renting an RV on Outdoorsy versus just renting a Turo car on Turo.
The big thing is the fact that there's just a huge learning curve. A car is relatively the same regardless of which car you're renting. Like, sure, there are little things here and there that are different, like the key ignition switch may be different, or the gas cap may be different, or how you unlock the trunk may be different, but everything is virtually the same, and if it's different different, it's pretty easy to learn or figure out relatively quickly. With RVing, it's very different, and there's a lot of room for error. So over the last week, HP has spent a lot of time on the phone with this renter, troubleshooting issues that she has had setting up the RV.
And the renter that's renting our RV is actually very experienced around renting full-size travel trailers like this. It's not her first rodeo pulling a trailer or even getting in one that's this big on her own. The downside is that they just are so vastly different between year, make, and model that getting simple things like getting your propane to flow right and turning on your water heater is so vastly different that it can cause a bit of an issue. And even doing something as simple as plugging in a water hose can be a little bit different in our RV versus maybe what she's used to. So definitely a lot to explain over the phone, and we have some work to do as far as making it foolproof for our guests.
Yeah, what I've been calling it is like Operation Idiot Proof. Like, how can we make the RV as dummy proof as possible? We want to be able to make it so that somebody who has never been in an RV before can figure out how to work our RV with the steps and procedures that we outline for them. So it will definitely be a work in progress, and I think it will be something that will take probably a few weeks, if not a few months, to perfect. But we do have some really cool ideas that we'll be talking about on this channel in the future once we get the ball rolling.
And now, what everyone came here for, how the Maserati did on its second month on Turo. Get ready for that pie, baby. Break down the numbers.
HP obviously doesn't know what the numbers is.
I don't know them all, but it's getting better.
So to bring you guys a bit up to speed, back in August, HP and I bought a 2015 Maserati Ghibli, and really the purpose of this purchase was to prove or disprove that a Maserati is or is not a better investment than a low-end cash car. We get the comment all the time that we are wasting our time buying cash cars, and we would be better suited buying one high-end car that makes 5 times as much as multiple cash cars. So we finally decided to put this to the test, and we put it to test with 5 of our vehicles. We put it to test with our red Focus, our Ford Escape, our silver 2007 Yaris, our Honda Fit, and our green Mazda 2. Now here are the numbers for our 5 cash cars, and keep in mind this does take into account the time HP spends checking in and out these cars, the work that is spent working on these cars, as well as anything like insurance, like parts that need to be replaced, things like that. So our red Ford Focus made $538 in the month of October. Our Ford Escape made $636. Our Honda Fit made $804. Our green Mazda only made $273.50. That was because it had to get new tires, and so that cut into the profit there. And then our loser of the month was our silver Yaris, which is currently getting its transmission changed out, and that car lost $584.50 in the month of October. So not only is this car not generating revenue, it's also like a huge money suck at the moment, and it will also be a money suck for the month of November and December as well. That brings us to the grand total of $2,836 for our 5 cash cars.
Now the Maserati generated $779.56. And this is all including things that have been paid like insurance, car washes, and even the car payment for the car itself, and any other expenses that we need to do.
So that was our take-home pay on the Maserati, which, to be honest, I am really happy with that number. HP and I have been talking like throughout the last couple of months, just as the numbers are coming in throughout the month, and we've both been really impressed with how the Maserati has performed. I know that it's exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten a lot better than I would have honestly expected. I hate to see it come back with bits of rock chips and stuff that I know I didn't cause, but honestly, it's kind of cool because it's paying for itself almost all the way.
It's paying for itself, and we have, well, I've noticed we've been using it less and less because we've been treating it more and more like a company car than we were the first few weeks of ownership. But it's nice to be able to have a Maserati that we can drive if we want to, but one that we're getting paid to own. It really is a win-win situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So obviously the Maserati did not win for this month, but that wasn't really to be expected. But I think what is interesting is the fact that not only did the Maserati not win with all 5 cars, it also didn't beat our Honda Fit by itself. Our Honda Fit made $804 in October. The Maserati made $779.56. So though the Maserati beat the majority of the individual cars on this list, our Honda Fit actually beat the Maserati, and our Honda Fit cost what, $6,000.
Yeah.
It was a fraction of the price of the Maserati, and yet it generated more revenue.
It's a great car. The Honda Fit's a great car.
So we only have a month left of 2021, but we have a ton of updates coming for you guys. We have a get around update coming on Thursday. As you can see, we have some stuff in the works with our garage, which will be an upcoming video as well. So we have a lot in store over the next couple of weeks, so make sure to stay tuned.
And as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next episode.